Hello and welcome back to this European Schoolnet Academy course on developing digital skills from your classroom. Previously we've been having a little look at what future jobs might look like and also about the future of work. In this unit we're going to be having a little look about how we might access jobs in the future. And what do we mean by this? Well, we really mean things about digital interview skills, but also some consideration between how applying for a job in the 20th century has changed and will continue to change in the 21st century. Let me give you some examples. At the moment, written CVs are important, but increasingly as we move into the 21st century, online CVs, interactive profiles, infographics or digital portfolios will become even more important. Application forms will be a thing of the past and will move probably to certainly online application forms or even application videos. Face-to-face interviews will still exist, but normally people will interview by video or video conference first to save time and for money. Written references will be important, but increasingly employers will rely on social scores and also video references from previous employees. Static adverts might be a thing of the past. Increasingly there'll be targeted adverts from employees linking into social profiles and to people's skills and attributes that they have. Location is important, but people are going to matter more as the world and the workplace starts to become more and more flat across Europe. In the past, we used to have lots of aptitude tests. Increasingly, we'll still have these aptitude tests, but they'll be using screen sharing tools, and indeed they'll be solving real problems to really see whether you can help the employer. Interestingly, one of the things that I've mentioned there is around digital interview skills. This is something that we know is already happening and will only increase to happen over the next period of time. A recent source said that 6 in 10 people already carry out initial interviews by video to save both time and by money. So let's have a think about some things that we should be talking to our students about in terms of digital interviews. First of all, we need to be thinking about where are you sitting? What's behind you? Is there something which is going to distract or take away, from the interview process? Be thinking about lights, cameras and action. By that I don't mean doing your interview in a professional studio. I mean making sure that the sound and the video and the webcam all work on your computer before you start the interview process. This is about being prepared. Check your Skype name. It's amazing, isn't it, that some people's Skype names don't tell them an awful lot about them. Muscled Jedi-educator is not a great Skype name if you're applying for a job at a school. Right, try using your first name and your surname. Increasingly the internet will be about you rather than about false aliasness. Dress for the you want the job. It's not for the home that you live in. And of course, make sure that you're completely dressed, because the last thing that you want is the webcam to fall off the table and to see that you're actually doing your interview in your pajamas. What does your body say about you? Think about your hair, think about your teeth, think about tattoos. Make sure that you're looking directly at the camera screen and not actually at the person. This is a way of maintaining digital eye contact. Tranquility is key to a digital interview. Make sure that your family know, make sure that your kids know that an interview is in progress so they don't come in during the interview. Think about turning off your mobile phone. Smile. A smile can go a long way, both in a physical interview and in a digital interview. Of course, it's not just digital interview skills. Everything in the future is going to go digital. We're going to move from paper-based CVs to digital-based CVs. And services such as LinkedIn will increasingly become more and more important. LinkedIn, by the way, has lowered its age now to 13. Maybe you should be thinking about setting up LinkedIn profiles with your school students. LinkedIn can also feed into a number of other services. Kinza, for example, changes your LinkedIn profile into quite a nice infographic display, which again might help you get the job. Review is another similar thing. Again, it can take information from your LinkedIn profile and turn it into something which is a little bit more user-friendly and likely to catch an employee's eye. It might not be important for all employees, but something which is worth considering about. You get virtual badges or digital badges as part of this course. Increasingly, these digital badges and this digital kudos will become more and more important in the 21st century employment. We also need to make sure, of course, that we think a little bit about our digital footprints. And we need to understand, or young people need to understand, that anything that they put online will be recorded and could come back to haunt them. Loads of stuff actually is going digital. One of the interesting websites is a website called Co-Founders Lab. This is a website, whereas if you're interested in starting a business, or if you're looking for someone to start a business for you, you can sign up. And it's a little bit online dating for co-founders. Other websites like OnGig have been completely designed for that targeted advertising to make sure they get the very, very best candidates for the job, rather than just a standard advert on a newspaper, or on a website. Interestingly, some people are already thinking about how they will get people into jobs using different ways. This Irish pub, for example, only accepted job applications through Snapchat. The argument was, if you can sell yourself in 10 seconds, then you're probably going to make a great first impression, which is important for the pub or restaurant industry. Lots and lots of things will change about the work in the future. For example, happily.com assesses how happy people are in the workplace, and it assesses how people are happy in the workplace during your 3-month trial. If you're not happy, you're unlikely to be a productive employee. The future of work is changing, and as the future of work changes, the way that we get jobs will change as well. Let's make sure that we really give our young people the skills that they need to access the workforce in 2015. Have a think about what I've said, and remember there's plenty of support for you online and throughout the rest of the eSkills.course community.